Hello and welcome once again to Red Gaming Tech for your daily dose of the latest gaming news with myself, Amata. Today is still the 4th of September and I have some more news for you today on Pokemon X and Y. Now, most of you probably know that there was a Pokemon Direct stream. It literally finished maybe about 5 minutes ago, and of course they revealed some upcoming information on Pokemon X and Y, which I am now happy to share with you. Now, there's a couple of cool things revealed. I will of course save the best for last because that's just how I roll. But one of the interesting features that they revealed was something called Pokemon Bank, which basically is online Pokemon storage via the cloud. So obviously within the Pokemon games themselves you have limited storage. You only have a certain amount of boxes and a certain amount of Pokemon that you can store within the game on the PCs that you find in the Pokemon centers. So within Pokemon Bank you can obviously just store whichever Pokemon you like in the bank if you'll run out of space or you want to access them or what have you. And to go alongside this, they've also got something called the Poke Transporter, which is pretty much what it says on the tin. Essentially, you can use the bank. Obviously, you have to have the bank downloaded as an add-on, basically, to use this. And what you can do is you can use it to transfer Pokemon. Now, what games can you transfer from and to, I hear you ask? Well, it works from Black and White and Black and White 2, obviously both versions, to Pokemon X and Y. So Pokemon Black to X and Y, Pokemon Black 2 to X and Y, and the same with Pokemon White and Pokemon White 2. So basically, if you've got some old Pokemon kicking around on those versions that you just love to have in Pokemon X and Y because, well, you spent a long time training them up to a high level and you love to have them for your battle against the Elite Four or whatever, you can use the Pokemon Bank and the Poke Transporter in combination to transfer them over to that. Now, obviously, as you might expect, this is a paid service to use Pokemon Bank. They said it's going to be an annual fee. However, as far as I could see in the Pokemon Direct stream, there was no information as to how much they would charge. I'm sure this information will be revealed at some point, but I wouldn't imagine it would be too much of a charge considering it's basically just a storage and transferal service. But of course, let's assume, I don't know, you're paying $8 per year or something like that. Obviously you can use it whenever you like for that year that you've paid up. Now, there was something very, very cool indeed, and I have to admit that I did jump up and do a little dance when they revealed this, and this is the bigger piece of news. Now, obviously we've had the Gen 6 starters confirmed for a while with Fennekin, Froakie, and Chespin. Now, obviously, traditionally in the previous games, you get your starter Pokemon from the Pokemon Professor, and that's when your journey begins. However, Pokemon X and Y are going to do it a little bit differently. Basically, a friend of yours will give you whichever starter you choose. Personally, for me, it's going to be Fennekin. And then when you go and see the Pokemon Professor, he will then give you a second companion. And this is going to be very, very cool indeed. This is going to be a Gen 1 starter. So Charmander, Bulbasaur, or Squirtle. So you get to have, say, Fennekin for me, and then Charmander on the same team within basically the first, 20 minutes of the game or whatever. And the best thing that they showed is, of course, the Gen 1 starters will have Mega Evolutions. So you get to have Mega Charizard, Mega Blastoise, and Mega Venusaur with the use of the Mega Ring and Mega Stone. They didn't really give any information on the types that they'll have when they Mega Evolve. There was some speculation of the people in the stream chats that perhaps Charizard will finally be part dragon when he Mega Evolves, and it's certainly possible, but they didn't touch on that at all. So that's the biggest news I've got for you today from the Pokemon Direct stream. And there was also a fairly cool piece of news in that the special Pokemon X and Y edition for the 3DS XL that was confirmed for Japan, both the blue and red edition, have also been confirmed for a North America and EU release on September 27th. So obviously that's a whiles after the game actually comes out here in the EU and the US, but still that special rather awesome looking edition that was only previously confirmed for Japan has now been confirmed for the US and the EU. So there you have it. That is all the information from the Pokemon Direct stream. I personally just love the fact that you can have the Gen 1 starters and the Gen 6 starters, and the fact that the Gen 1 starters can Mega Evolve. That's pretty damn cool. I'm very excited for Pokemon X and Y. It's going to be very, very good indeed. Anyway, that is me done for this video. Do hit me with your thoughts and opinions down below, and I'll see you next time.